Hello, everyone, and welcome to a glorious day in Southern California, Southern sunny California. I am one of your co-hosts, Brian Bacchus, and this is episode 196.
Hey y'all, this is Tony Bailey Rains. What's happening? What is this, Wednesday? Yes, it is. Happy Wednesday.
Junoy!
What's happening, y'all? It's Jamal. And
on time.
Guess what today
you beat
is?
Marcus to talking smack.
That's what today is.
That's right. I should find that commercial. That's what I need.
You should. We got about 3 weeks before this Ebony Power 100 thing. I'm excited.
Sounds that way.
Oh, you about to? What you gonna do later on related to that?
Going to downtown to get my measurements taken so that I can get fitted for my luxurious suit. I'm going to have to buy me one of those compression shirts to keep that belly in check. So
A man Spanx?
Yeah, Manx. You got Manx. I'm going to come up with Manx.
I need heavy duty Manx.
Yeah. So when you got any Manx, they'd be like, "What you talking about, man?" And I'll be whispering, "Spanx for guys."
That's hilarious.
Well, that's why they call them compression.
Yeah, I call them Manx because it's got MANKS. Manx. Yeah, that could actually work. Manx, MAN. The K could be for compression, like how Mercedes spells compressor, and the S could be for shirts. So, man, compression shirts, Manx. Don't steal my idea, folks.
MANX.
I said it first. Manx. No, can't you spell it like Spanx? You got to spell like, got to have an acronym for it.
What's the acronym? What is it again?
Manx. Man, compression shirt.
Anywho.
That's about it.
Yeah, I actually pick up my jacket. I actually had a tux, believe it or not. Back in the day, I used to drive limos when I was in Vegas, and I actually
did a lot of stuff. I didn't even know you drove limos.
Back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day. When I was
Jamal, when them drivers, they were like, "So, are you enjoying your time here in Las Vegas? If you come over here, here's a spot you can go to eat for cheap. This is the cheapest hotel, but they have roaches. Don't go there."
Yeah, I only spoke to folks if they wanted to be spoken to, man. That's one of them situations. They're buying.
So you was like the driver from Trading Places when Eddie Murphy asked him questions. He kept going this.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I tell you, some of these Uber and Lyft, they be trying to talk. I'm like, oh my God, please be quiet.
I know. I pretend like I'm asleep.
Unless you got one of them drivers that's timid.
No,
and drive 40 miles an hour on the freeway. I'm like, it took me an hour and a half to get home from Redondo Beach one night because this guy would not jump in the carpool lane. I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah, I be telling them, can you get in the carpool lane? Can you go faster? Can you?
Right. It ain't like you're getting gonna get paid the same regardless of how fast or slow you go. It's crazy.
So all I have to do is pick up my jacket today, and I'll be good to go. I'll be ready. Actually, I got to pick up shoes and shirt and a little bow tie. So that's the last thing I have to do.
You gonna bring some bean pies too?
No, they don't wear tuxes, homeboy.
No, they wear bow ties.
Although I miss them, they used to. Man, I miss grabbing them off the street corner or the.
Don't get me started. They good. I just don't want to hear the message. That come with it.
I got you.
And Elijah Muhammad said, "You gotta buy this bean pie and listen to my son. You can eat it here while you listen, but you ain't leaving. You get the spiritual
So what's
food."
the way back
when you're at the intersection, you don't have to worry about that because they
want to just
pull off. They just wanted to get rid of them pies. Tony, you said what now? What are we talking about
today?
Way Back
Wednesday today.
Jamal, you got those commercials?
I'm looking. I mean, I have some commercials on YouTube, but I'm looking at what you sent me on Instagram. I don't see any old school ones.
Really?
Because I'm going back to September.
Maybe Facebook Messenger. Wherever they come from, I just forward it through that platform. So
yeah, it's probably Facebook Messenger. Let me go back there. But I also found some stuff on.
We had a lot of people pass away in the past week. That was throwing me off. Well, I'm just saying, in the past week. My boy Peter Harmon, you had Mark Carter, you had D'Angelo, you had
well, Mark and Peter died more than a week ago, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of people that have passed recently. Because Peter's funeral is tomorrow at my church. Mark's, they have a GoFundMe out right now. I got a link to that yesterday. Coach Knowles from Morovia and Muir, his service is the 25th because there was a GoFundMe for that. But yeah, you're right. And D'Angelo being 7 months after Angie Stone. And I read a statement from their son yesterday saying both parents told me to be strong. So I'm thankful that he's, there. But yes, it's been a whole lot of passings lately. And a lot of people very young. I think that's the more startling thing, like in their 50s and maybe 60s.
Yeah, D'Angelo's what, 51?
Yeah.
But he had a situation, so it's not like,
but still young to have pancreatic cancer at 50. I mean, not to say what age anybody should or shouldn't get cancer, but if you get it, that was kind of, whew.
The scariest part about all of that is like, you don't know when that's going to come. I mean, you could be the perfect healthy specimen and all of a sudden come down with something. It's just like,
the thing is, it's been growing. If you're getting it, it's happening right now. It only shows itself usually when it's the last
stage. That's what Sharon Davila and Paul Pitts died of.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
I hate that.
Yeah. I thought I was going to die back in, what was it? 2020 when I was sick and losing weight for 3 weeks straight. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Finally go to the hospital. This happened to me twice. One time I had walking pneumonia. This was in 2015. And if I hadn't gone to the hospital at that day, the doctor said, you would not be here. And I said, I didn't even feel like I was about to die. I just I didn't feel anything. I was just losing weight for no reason. It was weird. So stuff like that creeps up. I've been an advocate ever since the cancer was removed for all Black men that I know over 50 or even 40. Go get your checkups. Go to the doctor. Stop being the typical Black person like myself that would not go to the doctor because I didn't feel the ailment was ailing enough to go to the doctor, to warrant a doctor's visit. So please, it's been 4 years. I've been good. I'll still go back to the doctor and get checked out because the doctor tired of seeing me. He'd be like, you here again? I'm like, hey, man.
Absolutely, I'm here again. Huh?
Say, what done went wrong with you last time? I said, hey, things can happen in a month.
And look, that's what you here for me to come. If I got to be here once a week.
You act like you mad because I came. You're getting paid for the visit. Shut up. Hear nothing you got to say.
I know this is way back Wednesday, but I'm looking at our list and I do want to address something because I have a couple people in here from Pasadena that RSVP'd. I'm probably going to have to call them because according to their IDs, they don't qualify. They're on Orange Grove and Orange Grove was not impacted by the fires. And this is not an ID that is a new ID because it expires in 28, which means it's been around for a couple of years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm gonna have to call because this is for 9 people, but I'm gonna have to call and tell them they don't qualify. So for anyone that wants to come to this event, it is for Altadenians and the Pasadenians that their address shows where they were before January 7th and their homes burned down, whether they're renters or not. These 2 people are renters, but I'm gonna have to call them and tell them they don't qualify. So again, I want to make it just really, really clear. make sure you were impacted by the fire. You lost everything. This is not a community dinner for everybody to just come to just because they heard about it and want to come. I will highlight things and shut it, Marcus. I will highlight and I will call you and I will remove you from the count in the list.
Well, let you know.
Y'all gonna learn today, Wednesday.
I'm gonna learn today.
Well, because again, we're trying to do this for our community, right? Which does include people in Pasadena and the few in Sierra Madre that had, were impacted severely by this fire. They lost everything. Their places burned down. But if you are in Orange Grove, you weren't impacted by this fire. You might have got some smoke, probably, and no smoke damage, like near Fair Oaks and Orange Grove. You were not, you didn't lose everything because nothing down there. Those apartments. Matter of fact, the apartments that are on the license, well, when I pulled the address up, there's the new apartments on Lincoln in Orange Grove.
Oh, those are brand new. They didn't even get touched.
Hello. So I got to call people and let them know they do not qualify. That's why, you guys, I put on here, you have to upload your license and I got to see it. And I know if it expires in 2028, licenses are good for 5 years now? It used to be 4. That means you've had that license for the last 3 years. You got 2 more years on it. 25. You got 3 years on it. So you've had it for 2. And I'm checking. When I say I'm checking, I'm going to cross-check the address that's on that license because this is not for you. God bless you. But
Tony's Watchdog Productions. This
is not like and we've talked about this several times. And this could be way back Wednesday when the food kitchen, World Central Kitchen was here. And they were feeding everyone, people from all over that did not lose stuff.
You ain't lying. And getting 2 and 3 plates.
Exactly. And when they went to, we need air purifiers. They were giving away this and that. People were showing up and they were not impacted. This is specifically, y'all, for people in Altadena, Pasadena. I think there was 110 homes and 10 in Sierra Madre, that your houses are gone. You may still own your lots. Some of you that were renters, that the house you had and everything you owned was gone. This is what this luncheon is for. So I have 110 people on here and 30 families. I will be taking 2 off. It seems like it's a husband and a wife. And all they put was Pasadena. They didn't put their address and their phone numbers. One has 5 people listed, one has 4. So I will be calling them later today to say that they are being removed from the list. They do not qualify. Based on the address.
Add that verbiage also to the flyer.
Or to the sign-up sheet, really.
It's on there.
Oh, then they can't read.
Sign-up sheet, yeah, but not on the actual flyer.
But if you go and log in and ask for your Altadena or Pasadena address on January 7th or 8th, I'll add that to the flyer, but that's common sense if it says that. And we ask for proof by your ID. So just so people know, I'm checking this list, and if you don't qualify,
checking it twice, trying to see if you're naughty or nice.
And I will contact you because we've also said it here numerous times. But for remediation, I will go now to Canva and I will update the flyer and put that.
Y'all about to get the remediated flyer now. You didn't piss Tony off.
No, I'm not pissed off, but it's like, hello, we keep talking about it. That's common sense. But I will
know
add
you're not pissed off. That's just a figure.
If you are not a resident with proof, but it is on, when you go to the link, it's on everything we've put out there. So I just want to make that clear to people. We are checking. If you have not been impacted based on your address on your license, you will be removed. And hopefully, you have a good Thanksgiving anyway. But this is for the people that lost everything. I really, really, really want to thank you, Jamal. I really, really, really want to make that very, very clear. This is not for all of Pasadena to just come and get free food. That's not what this is. Okay. All right. Anyway, so now we can go back to our regularly scheduled program of Way Back Wednesday. And thank you, Jamal, for that. I will make it extremely clear on this flyer right now.
Certainly. I think it'll stop people from actually getting to the form and, half filling it out anyway. So
they're still gonna try it, but it's all good. They can.
Well, and I noticed a couple other dinners that are happening as well. Not on that date, but coming up in between time, and they specifically say that too. It's only for fire survivors. I mean, whose homes were either, completely damaged or just like it says on that one flyer, or considered uninhabitable because of damage. That's all it's really for, and their families.
Yep. And we have it on the Give Butter too. So I will put that on the flyer. Thank you.
Bless you, Sky.
What'd you say?
I said, bless you, Sky. My dog was sneezing.
Oh.
She was sneezing. All right. Well, I'm going to do the flyers real quick, the announcements, and then we'll figure out what the heck we're going to do for the way back. Anybody who's on who wants to, who has some ideas, please share those. We got some commercials and old school stuff we're going to talk about, but if you have some ideas, go ahead and bring them up.
You're going to talk about how Taco Bell trying to make a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
Don't call
Where are they? I know of one in Monrovia on Huntington, but other than that, like, where are they?
Where's the one in?
It's right there at Mountain, Huntington, where the Michaels and the Aldi and all that, TJ Maxx is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's between Shamrock and Mountain on the north side of the street.
Yoshinoya over there as well. And O'Reilly's and all that stuff.
Yes.
And the churches.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
In that same parking lot.
That's crazy. Churches be surviving, yo.
Yeah, they bills cost a grip now.
Damn.
Everything costs a grip now, huh? So churches is like, we getting in on it too.
Sure. Louisiana about the only one still keeping their prices the same.
Hey, be quiet. Because we might hear us and change that.
Oh, no, not them. So they gonna make sure you're gonna keep getting that chicken for the black neighborhoods.
Right.
They not playing.
And Jamal, I'll send you the updated flyer in just a second.
Okay.
Because there's also new sponsors on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I added Fat Brands because they gave us a sponsorship. I talked to Kendra texted me this morning. I'm going into the office over there at 1 to meet with her because she wants to give us either a check or whatever for her sponsorship. But Justice for 626 sent his logo last night because he is going to become a sponsor as well. So I've added some other logos on here.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with the announcements, and we'll be right back to regularly scheduled programs. Stop laughing.
I'm laughing at something totally different. When I share with y'all gonna be like, "Oh God!"
Thought you had something to say about what I was saying because you know.
No. I'm looking at something else. I didn't even. To be honest, I was looking at this video. 2025 realtors be like, and they got the girl all fashionable with the big old giant rear end, and she's bending down to help you, show you what the drawers look like. I said, I want an ugly realtor. I don't want no pretty realtor.
Oh.
I put that on my Facebook page a couple years ago. I said, I'm looking for ugly realtors in Ohio. And like 3 people responded that just look regular. And when I said ugly, I didn't mean ugly like you ugly. I meant you ain't focusing on putting on the lace front, putting on the cumbrella lashes, putting on all of that. I don't want to see that. I want to focus on the property, not you.
Wow.
Good point.
You looking pretty ain't gonna make me want to go buy a house through you. Sorry. You need to know what you're talking about. That's my rant for today. Sorry.
All right, brother.
I mean, I can show you this. Take the slides off.
No, we're good. We don't need you to show us. We know what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about. Lord, the lashes that are like.
No, hold on. You gotta see.
Like you see on Volkswagens and stuff like that.
I got relatives that do that.
Oh my God. Bless their hearts.
Hey,
when you guys see this, oh my God. You're gonna laugh. So this lady's got.
That's out of control.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a parody. I got you. I was about to say
that's not a. That's not
But she want to show you the cabinets.
Oh, that's stupid.
Just focus on her. But you see how outrageous it looks, right? You see this table? Oh, it's so nice. Let me check my phone while I'm. What's the square footage of this house? Girl, I couldn't tell you.
That's stupid. Hey, they look like, some of them look like that though.
I know. I get them all the time
painful.
on my Instagram. That's why I be getting pissed off. I'm like, I do not. When you're selling real estate, the focus should not be on you. It should be on your houses.
Right.
I shouldn't even see your face until we actually get to the house. Then we'll be fine.
Yeah, well, that's not true because everybody puts their face on everything now, and so they have
face.
Right.
Not your whole body, side shot,
for everyday life.
Bending over like this. I sell you a house. You married? I'm gonna get you caught up in a what they call that? Entanglement. So you gotta buy the house.
Oh shit! Oops, sorry. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Station identification. Whatever. Oh, he left all the way, huh?
He said, I'll be right back. Yeah.
I thought he was going to be right back and just had to step away. Okay, let's stop that screen because I don't need to show that.
Yeah, computer was about to shut all down. I had to plug my plug in. I thought it was.
Oh, snacking on your pimping, baby. Thompson.
Yeah. All right. Well, I already did the sound, so I'm not going to redo the sound. I'll just
go for it, brother.
So we're going to do Altadena Community Center is open at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena from 9 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Remember, FEMA is ending their in-service service on Friday, October 17th at 5 p.m. So if you want to deal with FEMA in person, make sure you go by this Friday. Yeah, by this Friday before 5 p.m. Then we still have the LA County One-Stop Permit Center. This is located at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. They have walk-in hours 8 a.m. to 4:30, and you can set up a rebuild consultation appointment on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. or Saturdays, 8 to noon. In addition, you can set up Southern California Edison planning appointments Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Now, you do have to go to the website recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. And at the very bottom, there's a link that says schedule your appointment. And then LA County, as we've been telling you guys, is waiving and refunding permit fees for homeowners rebuilding after the Eaton and Palisades fires. Basically, homeowners who've already paid your fees, you can have it refunded. And homeowners who have not yet paid your fees, you can have them waived. You do have to qualify by demonstrating that you both owned and lived in your property prior to the 7th of January. In addition, there's eligible projects, such as the replacement of a single-family home that was destroyed by either fire. And that does include accessory structures like pools, garages, and ADUs. In addition, if you're doing a standalone ADU for temporary occupancy during the rebuilding, that's fine as well. What's not eligible are commercial properties, rentals, multifamily, or temporary housing projects, in addition to properties that were not damaged by the fire. Now, to apply, you can scan the QR code or go to the website recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds. To get to an online form, once completed, you can include it in an attachment and send an email to recovery@planning.lacounty.gov, or you just print one up and walk it into one of the offices. And only one form is needed for all departments. And CalAssist, the CalAssist Mortgage Fund is there to give you mortgage payment relief. It's 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $20,000. It never has to be repaid, and it's free to apply. And if you do get the grant, it goes directly to your mortgage servicer and not to you. Now, if you do apply, please be prepared to provide your mortgage statement, utility bills, proof of income, homeowner's insurance, or FEMA claim, in addition to your bank statements. Now, for eligibility, your primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to either of the fires or any other qualified disaster between January the 1st of 2023 through the 8th of January of 2025. You also must have owned and occupied the home, and it can have up to 4 units on the property. In addition, you must meet the combined income limits of $140,700. Now, to apply, you go to calisismortgagefund.org, and at the top of the page, there is an apply button. If you need some assistance in completing this application, you can call 1-800-501-0019 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to get assistance. In addition, you can actually go to one of 2 locations to get in-person assistance with the application. One is in LA at the One Stop Rebuilding Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard, Los Angeles. And the other is the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. They're available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Now we have the Eaton Health Village providing free medical and mental health services Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. They do accept walk-ins. In addition, you can walk in and schedule an appointment for the future. It's located at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. The primary services are medical consultations, medication refills, and mental health services and case management. Secondarily, they have on a monthly basis vision and dental services. Now, you can also call to get assistance or set an appointment by calling 951-595-7032. Today is Wednesday, and Juicy Little Finds Thrift Store is going to put on their We Out Here market.
We out here.
This does happen every Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at world famous Fair Oaks Burger, which is located at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. Remember, you do have to bring proof of your Altadena residency, so make sure you have your IDs. Some of the items that are available out there are a free farmers market, groceries, hygiene products, legal advice, love and prayers, and much, much more. They also are asking that you bring your own bag. Now, should you want additional information, please reach out to juicylittle.org and you can get more information there. The LaundryTruckLA.com does continue to have their laundry services. So today there are 2 locations, the Altadena Adventist Church at 2609 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. Also, it's the First AME Church at 1700 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. Each of those locations, you have between 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. to drop off your laundry, and then come back in a couple hours and they will have washed, dried, and folded your clothes. And we'll talk about the other events later on in the week that they have. And Home of King and Queens event schedule. So today, the 15th, they will have their Come Get Some free grocery pop-up market. It is located at 735 East Altadena Drive in Altadena, and it will go from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. In addition, they will have a wellness event on the 19th, which is this weekend, free health screening resources and family fun activities from 12 to 2. And this will be at Fair Oaks Burger, again, 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. And we'll discuss the last event a little bit later. Now, should you have desire to get more information, you can go to homekings13@gmail.com. Also today, Hollywood Food Coalition is providing their community food distribution. It goes from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the main library parking lot, which is 600 East Mariposa Street in Altadena. Definitely get there early because supplies are limited, and it is first come, first serve. They do ask, if you can, to please bring your own extra bags should you want to get a lot of stuff. And then Centering Sounds is providing their free concert series. Each of these begins at 5:30 and goes to 7 p.m. Tonight, they actually have classic rock, new wave hits with ukulele orchestra of the Western Hemisphere. And the location is at Piccadilly Grace Cafe. To get more information and to RSVP, please scan the QR code, or you can actually call 626-765-6037. Also today from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Altadena Community Center, which again is located at 730 Altadena Drive in Altadena, is the Altadena Business Watch meeting, where you get to meet Captain Ethan Marquez, the Altadena Sheriff at the Altadena Sheriff Station. From the Altadena Sheriff Station. You'll learn business crime prevention and safety tips, including fraud prevention, know what to be on the lookout for and how to respond. In addition, there will be special guests, Layla Lee, Assistant Director, LA County Department of Economic Opportunities, discussing multiple topics such as importance of supporting the return and the sustainability of local businesses. Scan the QR code RSVP below and definitely take advantage of this event. The folks at LA Fire Justice are also having their Ask an Attorney Eaton Fire virtual office hours, which are every Wednesday, and it begins at 4:30 and goes to 5:30. There's no cost and no appointment necessary. All you have to do is scan the QR code and you'll get the Zoom link, and you can then participate and ask any question that you have. And then there is the new and updated soil remediation for the LA Fire's free Zoom class. This will take place tomorrow, October 16th at 7 p.m. You can sign up at growrealorganic.com. There's only 3 days left for you to run for Altadena Town Council. If you're interested, please scan the QR code or go to the website, altadena.towncouncil.org. If you are interested, you would submit your application plus a $35 fee. You would also include a one-page statement of qualifications. And again, the deadline is this Friday, the 17th of October at 5 p.m. There's a wildfire relief concert starring Roxy Dar, an international soprano soloist. The name of the relief concert is Together We Rise. It's taking place on Friday at 7:30 p.m. at the Langham Huntington, Pasadena. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and you can scan the QR code in order to get your tickets. And they say that every dollar raised will benefit the wildfire relief efforts through Reach Out Worldwide. And then there's the Alta Arts and Crafts Fair happening Saturday. I'm sorry. The previous slide is Saturday, not Friday. It's the 18th. Sorry about that. But this fair is Saturday, October 18th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be located at the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, which is at 455 East Woodbury Road in Altadena. It's arts, community, and together. And it's about more than art. It's about rebuilding, connecting, and celebrating the heart of our local creative community. So definitely go out and see some pretty cool stuff there. It should be really nice, and you can link up with some folks here I'm sure you haven't seen in a while. Also Saturday, there's a free health fair where you can get screened and stay healthy. It's the Nurses Pub. They're presenting Nurses United, Healing Altadena Together. Services offered are free mammograms. Pre-registration is required. They check blood pressure and glucose levels, health screenings and consultations, wellness resources and giveaways. Excuse me. For mammogram eligibility, you must be 40 years old or older. No mammogram in the past 12 months, no current breast health concerns, and you must bring a photo ID to the event. To register, you would go to the nursespub.org/health-fair-2025 or scan the QR code. And if you'd like additional information, you can call or text 562-537-1646. And as we had mentioned earlier, before we started this, we do have our Altadena Talks Foundation Day of Thanks Community Luncheon. It is taking place on Saturday, November 22nd from 11 to 3 p.m. at the Loma Alta Park Gymnasium located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. It is for those folks whose homes were destroyed in the fires, whether you're in, from the Eden fire. If you were affected by that, your home was destroyed or significantly affected, like it was uninhabitable due to smoke, for example, as well. Please scan the QR code in order to register. In addition, if you can't scan the QR code, you can go to the website altadenatalks.org/ATF meal sign up in order to register. And as Tony had indicated, if for some reason you don't provide all the information that is necessary on the application, because you do, or the registration, because you are required to provide an ID in addition to providing the address that you were living on or living at prior to or on the 7th or before, of 7th of January before. If you don't meet these qualifications, you're going to be removed from the registration, and we got to make sure that we leave space for those who are truly affected. And with that, I'm back. I am back. And let us see here. Who else is here? Oh, no questions? Just people who had joined. I still like this one. I think this is a great comment from Marcus.
Should be y'all gonna learn today Wednesdays. But that applies to 7 days, even on Sundays when we don't even do it.
Hey, don't mess around, y'all.
I love y'all.
The rules.
Look, it's like that tough love. I said, if you live here, you ain't getting in. The rules are the rules. Like, you know how they show that video where the lady's got the pot and she's holding the pot holders by the handles, and the kid goes to reach out with it with her hands. She goes, it's hot on the bottom. And she gets her hand to her and she puts her hands out like this again. She goes, it's hot on the bottom. Then she does it again and she goes off, it's hot on the bottom. What the hell? You can't hear her. And the kid looking at him like this, like, me, I would have just let you burn your hands. That's how you learn.
That'd have been a tough one, right?
Not listening. I did that once. We had an electric stove, and I didn't know the burner was still on. I put my hand on it and burned the crap out of my hand. Was screaming, and my mother said, the stove is still hot. That's how calm she said it. You know that stove is hot, right? I'm not even going to scream at you today. That pain you feeling for the next week will be your lesson.
Because I told you.
Right. Because I told you.
I already told you. You don't want to listen, that's your business. But don't come in here whining or nothing, because I already told you.
Right.
I know.
So y'all know how my kids grew up, right?
Oh, yeah. Nothing like how you were, right? No. What I mean is the disciplinary aspect.
And part of it was, once I got divorced and became a single mom, my baby was 5, my oldest was 15, and I had the 2 in between. I had to be really, really on top of it, right? Mm-hmm. But they're spoiled, because my parents spoiled like their whole family, children and grandchildren. So the spoiled part, yeah, to an extent. But then they would try to spoil my kids when I said no, and then I'd have to go at it with my parents, like, no, you're not finna do that. And they were like, well, we bought this because we wanted to. I was like, I don't care. I'm the parent in this house. You're not just doing what you want.
That's them getting back at you. Right. I'm going through that. I went through that with my son. My mother be like, yeah, you need to. Sorry.
But now, guess what? Everybody's
my property.
And they have their own relationship with their grandparents, and it's lovely. And so whatever Nana and Grandpa want to do at this point, that's y'all business. But it just made it like, just like two parents, you good cop, bad cop, you go to one, and the other's the disciplinarian. And so this was now, okay, I'm divorced, raising it for you on my own. And you go to your grandparents and they're going to be like, oh yeah, you want a new phone? Oh, you want these shoes? Right. But if your grades was F's and D's, no, you're not getting nothing. Right. And they were like, well, we wanted to, we the grandparents. I was like, no, ma'am, no, sir.
You get D's and F's. You gonna get that can with the string on it to call your friend.
You couldn't even come with a C in my house. That a C was not acceptable. Period. Like, what in the world is this? Because they're super smart. So why would I allow you to have a C in my house? So yeah, that. But But yes, I knew what you meant, Jamal. I laughed about it, but yeah, they didn't grow up like me. But as a single mom after my divorce, I had to be like, nope.
None of our kids grew up like us. Let's just say that.
No.
Because I spoiled the heck out of mine. They had everything. You're like, why your kids look better than you? I said, that's exactly what I wanted. I want to hear that my kids are dressed better than me. Because it's the other way around. You look like a negligent parent.
Right.
Why your daughter hair isn't combed? Why is this? I'm like, shit, I learned how to braid because I had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're actually going to go to the Way Back Wednesday commercials.
Way back, way back.
See, I be trying to redirect
way back, way back. Way back, way back. We should pull up all the old, like next one, we should do all the old movies growing up in the 80s.
Shit, we can do that now.
No, we ain't prepared.
I mean, only commercial. Okay.
No, we can do that too. I mean, don't get me started because one of my favorite movies coming out of high school was Breakfast Club and Weird Science.
Oh, I love Weird Science.
Breakfast Club reminded was like our theme because we graduated when that song came out by Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, and the movie came out, and so it was based on the whole movie is based on going to detention.
Yeah.
How many of us? I know I stayed in detention in the cafeteria at Muir.
Yeah, my mom had that Saturday club. I think that's what they called it. She had detention on Saturdays and made people come.
Look, and you know who was always in there?
Graduate. Like
me.
If you didn't go, you weren't going to graduate.
Juan King, Daryl Law, Mark Moore, and all the thugs, and me. Like, what the heck?
What?
That's how I got to know most of them because they was in detention. Oh, I never seen him on campus. Right. Mark Moore, he was a hardcore Crip back then. He wouldn't say anything with B's in it, so we used to bag on him because we would say everything with D to him. So we called him Dark Door because he didn't want to say B's, so we didn't want to say anything else. Oh my God, that was so fun, especially when he was in the drum station. You got to remember, back in the 80s, the drummers were gangbangers. You had Wesley Warren, you had Mark Moore. Everybody wanted to fight. You got jumped in and beat up.
Yeah.
And then after that, if you did not swing on somebody, if they walked through the rings, you were getting beat up. So they called me non-liquid courage because I'm just going to hit you. And then I'm going to stand back because
everybody else
get hit back. Everybody else jump in, but I got to get the first lick in because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Brian, we saw you did not participate. You were over there filming.
Right, like always.
Yeah, I don't know. I know
we didn't have cameras
too. Like I don't think they were going to fight per se, but they would have issues if you broke their ranks.
Yeah.
No, we actually fought. I mean,
I'm talking about the band.
Oh, the band wasn't that. You could walk through the band all day. They wasn't doing nothing.
I thought they were a little more intense about it.
Yeah. Well, back when we were when we were in school, the band wouldn't let you walk through the rings. I don't know what they're doing now.
Well, there are more. They're definitely more of a band again now. Because for a minute, it seemed like it was 10 people.
It was a pep band.
It was.
Remember the pep band? You used to go. You were the visitor at the school, and you bring your pep band to the thing. So I remember I played Los Altos. I had to go to Duarte for a semester, and we played Los Altos. And when I tell you that Los Altos had 200 people in their band, it made our little pep band look like I don't think we even wanted to play. We was like, blah, blah. We didn't want to do it. They killed us.
I went to the game on Friday, and Muir definitely looks a whole lot better. They still don't have as many as they used to, but their uniforms are tight.
The band?
They sound really, really good, huh?
The band?
Yeah, because it's Karen Clages.
Yeah,
And
she's turned that whole thing
That's a
around.
beautiful thing. I mean, I don't know who it is, but I'm glad they're doing what they're doing. That's a beautiful
Karen
thing.
is a year older than me, and her and my brother Eric have been in the band together, same grade, since we were all at Loma Alta. And her mom, Mrs. Clagis, used to be our teacher at Loma Alta, kind of like you. She went to school where her mom was a teacher. And she drove this big old gold Cadillac up until she died. It had to be and Miss Clagis, you know who she remind me of? The car and the person, Mrs. Clagis. You know that movie Matilda?
Yeah.
And what is the principal's name?
I don't remember that.
That's the kind of car like that, and that's how Miss Clagis wasn't manly looking, but she was big, and everybody was scared of Miss Clagis. And so Karen is her daughter, and we all were in band together from Loma Alta. Her and my brother were a year ahead of me, and so Karen took over because they played at Elliott, clarinet together, all this. So Karen graduated from Muir, and she took over a few years ago at Muir, and she's really turned it around.
Big ups to her because it was amazing.
Yeah,
I remember going when it was only like 10 people, and their uniforms weren't tight. They didn't have their formations tight. They sounded okay, but they looked nice.
I'm gonna tell you, when I was at Muir, Mr. Myers didn't take no crap. You had to be, if you weren't snapping to the beat, if you weren't marching to the beat, he pulled you out, and he made you march on the side, but he pulled you out to not disturb the cadence of what the real people were doing. So. And they just did a tribute to him, I think, back in 2017, because he went to Wilson after he left Muir. Yeah, he was a great band teacher.
Yeah, so you know what? They've changed some stuff on Facebook. I'm trying to look for my daggone numbers, and I can't find nothing.
No, they changed it again on your professional.
I think I don't even see my professional page thing anymore. Like, I don't even know how to get to it again because they changed something.
It's usually on your main page. You just
right, but I don't.
I hope they didn't take that away.
I see Meta Business Suite. I see Ads Manager, Groups, Meta AI, Friends, all that. But I don't see anything that says professional nothing anymore.
Yeah, mine is still there.
And so I don't even know how to go check numbers.
If you go to your icon at the top right and you scroll, well, I guess you can. Yeah, they took that away too.
Exactly. It only has Meta Business Suite, settings and privacy, help support, display, all that. So I have no idea how to look for my numbers anymore.
Well, we're down this month 15% on my page. We got 50,600 views this month. The last 28 days. It goes by every 28 days.
Right.
So, but that's still good. I mean, we're averaging 800 to 1,100 views per episode.
That's great.
That's just my page. So we're not even counting you guys. So probably getting 2,000 or 3,000 look. Not counting YouTube, not counting Instagram. So
I just literally can't even figure it out to be like, how do I get to that anymore?
If you click on
profile status, view as, search archive, story history, story archive.
Go up to the URL and type in facebook.com/.
Oh wait. I just found another turn on professional mode. Well, it was on and I guess it got turned off. I
could say you could click on this link. I'm gonna put it in our thing because everybody should be able to do it. So you click on that link, like put that in your URL, that should pull up your stuff. Sometimes the button might disappear, but that link ain't gonna change.
Last 28 days.
And that's going for everyone else that has a professional page. If you can't find your button, there's the link that you can go to right there.
There's the button.
Mine says 0, everything.
0.
Definitely not right.
But were you able to go to it through that link?
No, I found another little area and it seems as though my professional mode was off. So
what?
Yeah. Insights, monetization. Yeah. Oh well. Anywho, thank you for that link.
Oh, you know how I do it. Mm-hmm.
That's an awkward pause. So what are we talking about now?
Everybody was looking at it. I think Jamal's getting the slides together for the.
I'm just getting together.
Way back, taking you way back.
I'm doing the movies at this point, so I'm gonna go off this list. I got a list of the top 140 80s movies. I'm going backwards. So at 140, St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh yeah, I just watched that like 2 weeks ago.
I remember seeing it then. I don't remember a whole lot about it though. I didn't see it more than one time for sure, but I knew it was popular at that time.
So St. Elmo's Fire was almost like the sequel to Breakfast Club, because Breakfast Club, you know, you were doing detention. It was the last year of your senior year. St. Elmo's Fire was like we're out of high school, we're in college, we don't know what we want to do with our lives. Some of us are going to just be bums and hang out at St. Elmo's bar all the time. It's like as if you got out of high school and you went to college and now you're hanging out at the rancho.
Pena.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah, it's like you.
Yeah, like some people
there.
from Pena still just.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they became like something that just gets them by, like being a mechanic's assistant, handing the tools to the mechanic, stuff like that. But they don't even need that anymore because mechanics got their tools right there for them. So all the jobs that we took for granted back then, like that could have made you some money, like just being a plumber's assistant or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to my friend today. He goes, man, I'm 55. I'm almost about to be 56. And I haven't done anything with my life. I said, dude, you can go back to community college. You can learn a trade. They got plumbers, electricians, HVAC, welders. You can learn how to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you learn how to do something, you get a joy out of it, not because you know how to do it, because that check is going to be fatter than you ever seen, which is your first check is going to be your crazy incentive to keep going. Because if you've never made that much money in your life, oh, you definitely are going to keep trying to do that.
Right.
Well, hopefully. Some people would get that first check and quit.
Yeah, that's true.
I got enough money I need. I just needed something for weed and some drink and, to pay this rent. But then you got to go back to work again. So
then next one was Flashdance. Now this one I definitely remember.
You know the only reason why I focus on that because Irene Carr used to live in Altadena. So I remember everybody was wearing those shirts. Remember that was the trend, the shoulder off, the shirt off the shoulder. You cut the collar out, you cut the cuffs off the end of the sweatshirt, and now it's rolling up on you. Then they started making it like that, which took away from the whole appeal of it. This was when you had hand-me-downs and you just cut them off and made stuff.
Right.
Now they got hand-me-down stores already. The hand-me-downs already made for you.
So that was 140, 139. Here's 138. Crush Groove. Man, look at who was in that though. Sheila E.
Remember when Sheila E. did her rap in that?
Yeah. It wasn't.
Holly Rock. Everybody do the Holly Rock.
Yeah.
Holly Rock. Every time she raps, even when she rapped on Sign of the Times, that was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
She's sing rapping. That was so funny. And the reason why it was so prevalent now, I don't remember. Oh, Debbie Harry was on the soundtrack. I don't remember Debbie Harry being in the thing. Mm-hmm. What song did she sing? What song was on there that they put on hers?
I don't know. You gotta look it up.
That's weird. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Marty said I was an apprentice to my cousin Ed when I was 13 and 15. Yeah, you got to get those. You want to make some money, you got to learn how to do something.
And that's what Ed does right now. He's successful.
Bruh. Me too, bruh.
Which one is he referencing?
Wait, you know what's funny, Marcus?
When she's not on, she be like this.
No. I was looking at something and I just happened to scroll. I was posting on Facebook in beautiful Legacy Altadena, and I happened to scroll past us, and I just had to laugh to myself because I'm like, I just saw it. So Marcus, I am so with you right there. I saw it. I am absolutely with you right there because I was like, I literally just scrolled past it like, okay, I need to say.
You remember that album by Roger, The Many Faces of Roger? Remember when it came out when he had that grapevine and all that? And he had all those poses on the front of the album. You need one of those. So you have all your different expressions. You need to use those in commercials.
Yeah, because I was looking crazy. And the crazy part is Brian says something and I just, because Brian's brain is like a supercomputer in the middle of nowhere because in the middle of nowhere, because how the heck do you remember every line, every lyric to stuff? Because he's like, remember when she said,
up and he'll say something about
she said, do you remember when she sang da 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 da? And I'm like, no, right, exactly.
Well, you're a plumber, and you're plumber, right?
So that's part of why I was looking that way, Marcus. But he caught me, and then I scrolled past, and I just was like, "Oh my!" That's what my expression was. And can we take a quick little pause in this because I just scrolled past something else, and I think that this is really important for us to talk about. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but there's a meme by Black Cultural News that says we've lost D'Angelo, Richard Roundtree, and Chadwick Boseman to colon and pancreatic cancer. Please get screened and remind someone you love to do the same, especially men and especially Black men. And I saw where Marcus put, I just regularly start going to the doctor 10 years ago. I am going to be an advocate for our Black men. Y'all got to go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. Your wives, your girlfriends, you could have a boyfriend, I don't know, or husband, but your families, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, nephews, all of that love you and want you here. And if there are screenings, if you have a doctor, even if you don't, go to county, go get free health care or whatever it is.
Talking about free stuff on the show.
There's so much that is available to get these screenings, and they can check your T-cell count and these other important counts that could potentially save your life from pancreatic or colon cancer. And I say this more to men because, we run to the doctor for anything, right? Other than I don't, because if I got a sniffle or whatever, but if it's something I've tried remedies at home and it's not working, I'm going to urgent care. But the fact is, men typically will not, just like men typically, Black men will not necessarily always go for mental health care. Yeah. It is so important. And I'm going to preach this until I leave this earth, because y'all know I just had an experience with my own child who is 28, where he went to Yosemite last year, camping with some friends for a week. By January, I guess he was feeling bad, but he wasn't telling me anything. Don't blow it to pieces. By March, he was in the hospital and they thought he had TB. They were testing his blood every single day. He was in the hospital 14 straight days, and not until day 12 did they realize he had something called valley fever. Valley fever is a fungus that literally eats up and attacks your body on the inside. So I didn't know until he went to the hospital. But even before that, one day I was working, he was off in his room and texted me SOS. I was like, SOS, right? He said he had been calling me. I didn't hear him, but he was crumbled up like this on the floor. So apparently he had been sleeping on the floor at times because he couldn't breathe. He had night sweats, all this stuff. My son is not one that just typically goes to the doctor. Mind you, he works for UPS, has great insurance, And so my nephew encouraged him to go. He went. The doctor took x-rays because he was saying he was having problems breathing. He was born with asthma. So I was giving him treatments on our machine, like, hey, it could be bronchitis or something, asthma. He went to urgent care, and I guess they didn't do a chest x-ray a few weeks before. They gave him a Z-Pack. He took the Z-Pack. I think this was late January. Was feeling okay. But he wasn't telling me how sick he felt because he was going to Japan on a snowboarding trip February 5th. He went by himself because we're solo travelers. We'll travel the globe, have a good time. He was there for 10 days. Once I found out everything and talked to doctors, I found out my son could have died at any moment in his sleep in Japan. I wouldn't have known. I knew where he was. I made him give me his itinerary. But he finally went to the doctor in March. The doctor said, go immediately to ER, go get an N95 mask because you have TB. They isolated him. When I would go visit him, I had to have everything on, full, clothes, gloves, mask, everything, right? Well, found out it was valley fever. Then they gave him an aggressive, treatment, and it started shutting his body down because his body reacted to it. So he came home, I think the day before his 28th birthday, which is the end of March. 2 weeks later, he was back and had surgery. My son has on the side of his body, on the buttocks, and I think 2 or 3 holes now, and they've slowly been closing. But where he had to have open drains in, and so the drains are out. But this fungus is horrible because then he's had right here in his chest, it bubbled up. So 3 weeks ago, he went. The doctor had, the syringes that are about this thick, a full syringe of this liquid. The drainage from this. He's on 600 milligrams of some antifungal every day. But I went with him Monday, took him back for another appointment because it bubbled up again. And the doctor said he may have to cut, do drainage, all that in his chest. Well, he did the needle and there was only this much. So it says the doctor said, looks like it's, coming out. But I asked his doctor when I went in July or something with him, June, right before I went on my trip. One doctor told him, you're a very lucky young man. So I asked the surgeon, I was like, why did that doctor say that? And he said, because he is very fortunate that he's as young and as healthy as he is. So I asked the doctor, I said, and if he wasn't as young and as healthy, I didn't even get as he is, what? The doctor cut me off. He said, you would have buried your son by now. So when I went with him Monday, I was asking the doctor more stuff, right? And I said, so this was really awful. He said, oh, he told me more and I was shocked. He said it was in all his bones, in every one of his lungs, in his bone marrow, in his blood. When I tell you this was trying to kill my son, please, whether it's a cold, pancreatic, whatever, colon screenings, whatever, men, I implore you, please, 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 go to the doctor and get checked. It is not worth your life. It is not. And this stuff, this valley fever, they're saying this doctor, the surgeon, is from City of Hope. He's a cancer doctor who operated on my son and who sees him regularly. And so now he's going to have him come back every week just to check to make sure, they don't have to drain more because it keeps bubbling up. But when I say it is serious, women, we wear our emotions on our sleeves. We wear them on our face. We are emotional beings. You all are not. You're analytical. And a lot of times that is a detriment because you either are like, no, well, I know this or I won't. And then you don't like going to the doctor. Please go to the doctor. We had a guest that was supposed to come on that one morning from Altadena. What was it? Heritage? No. Altadena Historical Society, the president. And that day, I said, hey, are you going to log in? She logged in from the doctor. Her husband had an emergency and there was some kind of procedure. We had to cancel and I have to get her back on because he doesn't regularly go. I've talked to her since. So gentlemen, please, 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 please do what you can. If you feel like you're having chest problems, can't breathe, night sweats, wherever, go to the doctor. Don't just try to ride it out and think like you Superman and you got this. You never know. And valley fever, by the way, is an airborne thing that is from like the New Mexico area up through almost central-ish California, but it spreads, it's in the dirt, and then it spreads from spores, like mold spreads through spores, right? And it's something that is a fungus. And when I tell you it will attack and try to take you out of here and kill you, I had no idea that it was as bad as I just thought, oh, they got it. They say it could take 2 years to fully be eradicated from his body. He goes monthly and gets this one blood test to say where his cells are and how much is still in and all this. And then it has eaten his bones. The doctor said in his bones and bone marrow, in his ribs. And so later he's going to have to go to a bone doctor because we know bone regenerates, but there's some stuff that may not. I don't know if this is going to affect something else in his life, right? All because he just is like, oh, I'm young, I'm healthy, I don't need to go to the doctor, I just have a cold. All of us are guilty and have done that, but I see it more in men, and especially Black men. I don't know about, Latinos or other people of color, what they do, but I know in my community what happens. So please go to the doctor. Please get seen. If something is irregular or off that you're feeling, because when I was talking to my mom yesterday, she said, yeah, he told me he felt like his body was attacking him from the inside. And literally it was. This fungus was eating his body from the inside and was on its way to kill him. And had he not been 27 when it happened and as healthy as he is, that doctor straight told me I would have buried my son by now. And that was in June. And we think he probably caught it while he was in Yosemite and just didn't know, right? Or contracted it or breathed up a spore. So when it comes to health, men, Black men, please hear me out. Please take care of yourselves. We love y'all. We need y'all, your kids, your families, everything. Go to the doctor. Go get mental health care, because the way the world is today and how they keep coming for us for every little thing and trying to erase our history and trying to erase everything that our people have done to make this nation what it is, that mentally is exhausting. But for women, we will cry. We will get it out. We will cuss. We will, whatever it takes to get out. We will pray it out, right? Till we get to the point where we're like, okay, cool. Y'all are a little bit different as men, and there is a different type of a standard that's put on you all that tells you have to be strong for your family and for society and all that, and you don't necessarily. So this was not something I was going to get off on, but when I say it's important, because these are just three celebrities that we know, right? D'Angelo, Richard Roundtree, and Chadwick Boseman, who died from either colon or pancreatic cancer. There's many more, thousands more. So please do what you need to do to be here with us as long as you can, so that you don't leave here young and purpose unfulfilled. Not saying any of these gentlemen's purpose was unfulfilled, but for anybody, this is just my impassioned plea today. I hate seeing memes like this. I hate that at the beginning we talked about who, we've lost a lot of people. And if there's something that's preventable or something we can take part to make sure we're at our optimal health, if that's just going to the doctor, please do that. Thank you. Love y'all, for real.
Magic. She ain't lying. I've been suffering, well, not anymore, but I used to always feel, I don't know why my eye is doing this, but I always felt this pain on my left side, like right where my what do you call it? Descending colon meets the sigmoid colon, which for those of you that don't know, you have a colon that goes up called the ascending, the one that goes across underneath your diaphragm called the transverse, and the one that goes down called the descending, and then you go into the sigmoid, and then you go into the colon. So I had it right before there was a pain. I always thought indigestion, I'm eating spicy foods, and it wasn't until 2020 that I got real sick after coming back from my uncle's funeral in Maryland for 3 weeks. I thought I caught something from out there, but it wasn't the COVID symptoms. It was something else. So I finally went to the doctor. I went to the ER actually. And they said, oh, we're going to have to admit you. Now I'm frightened because here's the funny part. I took a picture of myself in the hospital bed and then my phone died. And I posted it on Facebook and then my phone died. So I didn't know people were commenting. And I came back. It was like 1,000 comments. And I was like, oh, that was 2 days later that we got my phone charged up. But anyway, they tell me that I had iliac lymphoma, which was 4 cancerous polyps in my descending colon, which was causing me all that pain every time I ate. And so I got a colonoscopy, which it took them, since it was a pandemic, it took them 8 months to get me in. So I'm panicking from November to June going, am I going to die? Am I going to die?
I remember this vividly.
Yeah, I remember I was calling you every day. Yeah. Oh, no, man. What's this life worth? And, of course, now I'm trying to find my come to Jesus moment. And now I'm reading the Bible. And then I got, it was 420. And, of course, I celebrate 420. So I'm celebrating. And I'm talking just, and I slipped and talked about it. And the comments took a turn. Everybody was on there like, what? What did that? And I finally told them in a couple of months I'll be getting a colonoscopy. And after I got the colonoscopy, I remember counting back to, I got to 96. And then I woke up in the recovery area. And I was like, y'all did it already? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, And the first thing that came to mind was GBH and RBH and all that drug stuff that people were getting slipped in their drinks and you don't know what happened. Yeah, and that's the truth, man. Those anesthesia, whatever those called, anesthesia.
Anesthesiologists?
No, anesthesia drugs. I was trying to say.
Oh, the drugs. Okay.
And man, that's some dangerous stuff right there, boy. And that's why I'm tripping off when Michael Jackson was getting the propofol treatment. To keep him, your brain doesn't stop. I understand. But during that moment of being under, I didn't remember anything. I don't even remember going to sleep. All I remember is waking up. And whatever happened between that hour, I don't know.
Oh, because you're not like me, the one that sits up during surgery and starts talking to people after they've been knocked out.
I've only been in surgery one time in my life, and that was that. So I didn't develop a tolerance. Maybe if I would have went back 2 weeks later, they would have been like, hey, what y'all doing back there, man? What's going on?
But it wasn't even that I had developed a tolerance, because that was my first ever surgery. But I said straight up talking, it's just that I have a high tolerance for drugs. So I could have never been like no crackhead or no drug addict. But
you could have smoked it, but you just
right. Pain medication, pain. I have a real high tolerance. So I just set up talking to people. But you're right, because they even use propofol. That one doctor said, I used propofol and I took you to the brink of death. I was like, what the hell? But he was like right above death, because we know you set up during other surgeries. We didn't want that happening in this one. I was like, good thing you were able to bring me back then, huh? Yeah. But yeah, it will have you woozy doozy and kind of messed up.
You ain't lying, boy. I don't like being under like that. That was weird. You don't remember anything. It's like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do any way back stuff, but we did talk about a lot of health stuff, which was actually, I really think that sometimes we should do Wednesdays, just like a wellness Wednesdays instead of way back. Like we did today.
We make it happen.
It's really, really important to, especially with us going through this. I mean, even for people who haven't gone through anything, your health matters. We used to talk smack about people when we were 20 and they were 55, hunched over and stuff. And now we're at that age and we're going,
but we ain't hunched over, thank goodness.
Exactly. Right. But we were a walking generation back then. Right. So, we did a lot of activities. Nobody really sat down. Video games came along, but that wasn't our focus like these kids today. They won't leave the house. But we was outside.
We almost won't either, because we all work from home, and I prefer that.
Us as adults now, that's fine. But as kids, get out of my house. Go.
Exactly. Go do something. Play in the dirt like we used to do.
Yeah. Go play marbles.
It's like grounding, right? Playing in the dirt. We've been grounding all our lives and didn't know.
All our lives, and that's why we're grounded.
Rolling in the grass, all that.
Playing karate, getting kicked in the eye.
All that. Drinking out the water hose that had lead and everything else.
And it was good. And that water was good.
We'd be all in line. I'm next.
We not dead.
Or everybody drinking out the same soda and digging in the bag of chips with dirty hands. They didn't care.
Because you might backwash. Nope, ain't doing that.
No, we didn't play that. You had to pour it in. No, we didn't play that.
I was not sharing anything like that. No food.
We had no choice.
We know, Tony.
Everybody collect bottles, and we went to Boy's Market and got a big old bag of Doritos and a Stunkies. Yeah, exactly. Tony, no, get out. Don't touch it. You got dirty hands.
I was stingy, yeah. I wasn't sharing nothing.
Tony probably had the first bottle of sanitizer as a kid. What's that you got? Is that chapstick? No, that's hand sanitizer. You ain't getting that.
Yeah, I'm a
Don't ask for none.
I want to sneak this in real quick. I don't know. I don't think it was part of your announcements, Jamal, but I know I did post it about the Samaritan's Purse.
Yeah, I saw that too. It just popped up.
Yeah, Samaritan's Purse are people that literally, they're part of Billy Graham's organization, but they had a big, like, rig type, trailer thing up at the parking lot, the northern side of the parking lot of Grocery Outlet when things first happened. Mm-hmm. And they're a Christian organization, and they would go out and they gave me my first get up that we put the goggles and the Tyvek suit and all that. So they were giving those out, but also they were the ones you could sign up and they would help you sift through your ashes. The list was very long because I had signed up, and by the time I was ready, they still didn't call, and I had commandeered a shovel and some sifters throughout Altadena when I saw them. So, but now they are offering a no-cost rebuild program to build new homes for qualified residents. So just like HPP Cares and should be on next week, but Habitat for Humanity, Samaritan's Purse is now also offering that. And I'll just put it here in our little chat, Jamal. I don't know if you want to put any of this up in a private chat, but there is a number there. You have to schedule an appointment this week, tomorrow through the 18th. I don't know if they still have them because they've been working out of Lake Avenue Church from the very beginning. But you can call area code 828, and they'll pop it up for Samaritan's Purse, 278-1707. If you're already on their list, you can, great. But if not, there is a wait list apparently. I don't know how many homes or how many homeowners they are going to be able to help. Yes, you're right, Marcus. He said they use Samaritan's Purse to help sift. I remember, and you talked about that. You came on and talked about the ashes and all of that and sifting through. And then, of course, they prayed with you afterwards. But Samaritan's Purse was founded by Billy Graham back in the day when he was alive. And so they're now going to help Altadenians through their no-cost rebuild program too, those that qualify. I know for like the Mennonites, Habitat for Humanity, things like that, you have to put in sweat equity, but not necessarily have funds available because we know so many Altadenians were underinsured or uninsured. And I know there are qualifications like you have to show you don't have a bunch of money in the bank, you're not getting a bunch of insurance proceeds, almost, I don't want to use this word, I don't want to say destitute, but almost like, you really, really need the help and you want to stay and you own the lot and you want to be able to rebuild. So this is now another avenue that I'm glad to have found out about. I saw someone posted it yesterday, so I reposted it. But if this, like Mennonites, which will happen through the long-term recovery group, which is the Eden Fire Collaboratory, Habitat for Humanity, you could apply directly to them. And then HPP Cares, there are organizations that have grants and funding and have done fundraising so that people can rebuild. So this is now another one potentially that may be able to help people. So there's that information.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And I did see myself on TV last night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You recorded?
Ooh.
I did record it. I'm gonna have to pull the recording up and video it with my phone or whatever. But it was funny because it was the part where I walked in with you know what? maybe I'll try this Friday. I'll try to pull up Hulu on my laptop and go to my recordings and fast forward to that part. It was like right before commercial or something like that. Because I can log in on my laptop too. Because I can do Hulu basically anywhere. So so I'll try to log in and then we'll play it. But it was when I first walked in and me and Torres, I'll call him that because I always say his name wrong, Wilmer, hugged. And then when we sat on the couch and we had this laughing moment where we high-fived that I told you guys about when we were talking about our height and all that. But then what got to me was they asked me this question. What does, what did it say? What does honor mean to you? And the answer I gave is not the answer that they had last night. So they spliced through. And it said something about the answer that I saw myself say last night was it has to do with upholding our Constitution and something. That's not what honor. What I literally said, honor is what I tell them. What honor means to me is to hold someone or something in high regard and have high esteem for it, right? Because to me, that's what honor is. Like you honor a veteran, you honor different people. It's because you look at them in high regard. Well, they spliced it and they put it means to uphold the Constitution and something else wrong with these people because I knew that they were going to cut and stuff. But anyway, so I was on
at all or saying any sort of response about the Constitution at some point.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they did ask me something else about that. So I was like, okay. So they cut and did whatever. What they were doing was they were announcing this Tuesdays of Honor, and ours happened to be the first one. So they had him. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I just logged in. Where's my stuff? If I can see it, I will share it. Was that last night? Wait, where's my stuff? Where's my recordings? Oh, yeah. Okay, so NCIS last night. Which one was last night? October 14th. Okay, let me see if I could bring it up. Do I just need to share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't think I'm sure anything.
And I want to lower its volume too and scroll to where it is. I should have been looking at the minutes last night, but I wasn't. But anyway, if I don't want to hold this, I'll look for it. If I can find it real quick, fine. If not, I'll look for it over the next day or two, and then we could show it Friday. But I did, and one of my cousins where is he now? Florida or something. He texted me like, "Hey, cuz, saw you on TV." I was like, "You did? Where? NCIS?" And then, oh, there it is right there. Okay, 36 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay. So how do I, down at the bottom, share screen? All right, let's see if it is this one. Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah.
You guys see my screen? Okay.
I'm thinking about you. Someone helped.
Hold on. It's
I'm
coming
always
in a
here if
couple
you need
seconds.
someone. Love you, man.
Oh, that's a
See you soon.
commercial. So right here.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
Yamava!
You win.
NCIS and Lovesac present Tuesdays of Honor, a weekly celebration giving back to veterans and their families. In partnership with Lovesac and Vizio, we're providing a family room comfort upgrade for selected veterans to honor their service, resilience, and sacrifice for their country.
What does the word honor mean to you?
It's about upholding our Constitution and then serving our fellow man.
Thank you to these veterans
I
organizations.
saw your lips. You was lip syncing. You were like this. You were like this, like chill. Like,
Yeah, but I said it was.
If you say it, quick. See, the only reason why we noticed is because you brought attention to it. If not, we wouldn't have noticed
We're
that.
providing a family room comfort upgrade for selected veterans to honor their service, resilience, and sacrifice for their country.
What does the word honor mean to you?
It's about upholding our Constitution and then serving our fellow man.
Thank you to these veterans organizations
Hey, you
for their
actually was
partnership.
on there. You said that part. They showed that part. You actually said.
Yeah, but it was weird because it was like they put an answer that wasn't with that question. But it is what it is, right? So I don't know if other parts of the interview will be on other Tuesdays or that would be it, because there are 8 families and they're going to do something each week. But I was on that one last night. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Good. So I looked for it. I recorded it, but I looked for it because my cousin said, I saw you tonight on TV. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, we'll see what the other TAPS families were asked and what they answer, and the other Team Rubicon individuals and all of that in, I guess, upcoming weeks. Now, I recorded the other 2, but I need to go back and watch their commercials and after, because I know some were interviewed by ones that play in each of the different ones, like Origins or Sydney or whatever. So, well, I don't know if anybody was interviewed by the Sydney people, because I don't know if it's actually filmed in Sydney or over here. I think it's actually done in Sydney. But anyway, so mine aired last night, or at least that clip. I don't know if it'll be other ones later, but and they did the announcement of the Lovesac and Vizio thing. So we'll see.
Can I borrow $1? Ooh, you're a star now. They call it fake.
No, because I even talked about Altadena. So I'm hoping that they use that clip at some point, over the next few days. Because they were like, we know you serve a Team Rubicon and we know you've been da-da-da-da. And I was like, yeah.
The whole...
Yeah, I would too, how they did it. But they cut different stuff. So, because I tried to make sure people understood, for me, this was about serving Altadena, and Altadena really still needs everyone's help and all that. Like, I'm not going to ever take the spotlight off of our community. So I'm hoping that, they use part of that on another Tuesday or something. We'll see what happens.
Man, this guy tell me, man, you really advocate for Altadena? I said, wouldn't you be an advocate for a town you grew up in and you lost everything and you didn't have anything else to do? You got 2 choices. You can stand up and be about it, or you can go hide in the corner and talk smack on groups. It's up to you. But
we're not doing that.
I didn't, like I said before, I didn't know how to feel about all these other disasters happening around the world or the United States until it happened to me. And now I can understand what people are going through. I'd rather, like I said before, I'd rather be in a fire than a flood, because you never know when you're coming back after a flood. The waters could take 2-3 weeks to subside. You can't even come back.
Well, look at Alaska and what just happened up there.
Well, what happened up there? I didn't even hear about it.
Oh, there was a whole entire tsunami and everything that happened a couple days ago and flooded out. People woke up, they were floating downstream, their houses. Wow. Oh yeah, 20 people are missing. And the crazy part is FEMA ended a grant, $20 million, what they would always allocate per year to them in May. Talking about it was a waste of money. And
well, guess what? They're looking stupid.
Right.
They need to reinstate that grant.
Yep. So, I mean,
especially
literally.
since it's only been 4 months or 5.
Right. But that administration isn't going to do it. But the fact is, this stuff's really important, and people need to understand and know what's happening, because Alaska's part of the U.S. and it's horrible what just happened in Alaska this week. And it's not on any news anywhere.
Yeah, and see, that's why something like this is important, even for up there. People are tuning in to local stuff to find out what they can do to get resources and stuff. Yeah. I really hope that, this show gets to the point where people will use it as a prototype for other situations, so that they can have a trusted resource that they can go to every day, not every week, not every month, but every day. Right. To find out what's going on, because even today we still get notifications, or when Jamal does the slides, to tell you where to go to get stuff because people, I was fortunate. I have some place to be, but there's a lot of people still living in their cars. I got a friend of mine that has to move hotels every month. It's irritating, you know, and they're still not getting the answers that they're, you know, looking for. So kudos to us. I'm just going to pat our own selves on the back and say, thank us for actually having the wherewithal. I'm doing a snoop. I like to thank me for helping me get to the point. I'm not going to go that far, but it's just the fact that, you know, 3 kind-hearted people who would give you the shirt off their back is dedicating time every day to talk to you, to give you information, to kind of lighten the load and lighten the mood because it's heavy. It's a heavy burden that we have to take on every day. I'm going to drive up there today after the rains to see if there's been any mudslides or anything so that, you know, we can bring that information back to you because we got to remember January is coming again. The Santa Ana winds are coming again. Whatever dirt that's not been pressed into the ground or whatever is going to blow right all over the place. We're going to have dust storms up in Altadena. It's going to be a lot of chaos. And that's just the way it is because we're not at that point. I just was looking at a thing on Facebook or Instagram. Palisades has not cleared the trailer park that used to be up there. And the residents that have been waiting to get back in there are protesting now because the people who own the lot didn't opt in or opt out. They did nothing. And they're not clearing the lots like they were doing up here. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I am going to be out there today. I got to be somewhere about 1:15 or so, and I'm going to drive through and see. I really hope and pray that, you know, it's not what they were saying would happen. I don't think it's all super mud drenched everywhere because in February. Right, but when the rains happened in February for that week or whatever they weren't like all yesterday was kind of a heavy downpour all in one day, right? It's clear today, but we had rain all week, but it wasn't super heavy, but it was constant. So I think it kind of also depends on, you know, how it comes down and all of that, but there was nothing but debris then, so it was really toxic rain too because it was bringing up all the smell and all that. So the debris has gone. And with all that debris that was taken away, a lot of the old dirt and the loose dirt is gone. And so I think that because so much of that has been done, I'm hoping that it's not as bad as, you know, what the outcome could be had this rain yesterday happened immediately after the fire, where it was a super heavy disaster. Yeah. So
well, you know, the people who have basements and stuff, you know, they got a new pool now because the water had no place to go but there. So that's what I'm going to be driving up there to do. So, Tony, I'm going to do one of those drive down Altadena and come back across Palm and go back across Las Flores type of thing, just so I can see and capture on film and photos what I found so that people can be abreast. Because you got to remember, majority of the people that lived up there now live anywhere from Santa Clarita to Whittier or Ontario. So they still want to know. And hopefully I captured your property because I'm just going to be driving by and filming. I'm going to be driving slow. Yeah. But if you happen to see your stuff, I'm glad to have been able to capture it. So
good for you.
Too bad I don't have my GoPro accessories because then I can stick my GoPro on the side of the car and film outside. I miss all that stuff, man.
I know you do.
My car used to look like Waymo. You know, it's got the thing on the top and stuff on the sides. Man, what you filming a movie? I said, nah, man, I'm capturing life, home. Well, we've been on for an hour and 33 minutes, and to me, I actually like this episode. This is actually a great episode. We talked about a great many things regarding wellness, and I think we should probably focus on some Wellness Wednesdays for the next 2 or 3, probably to the end of the season. Why don't we do that? I think that would probably be more feasible than us trying to figure out. Well, yeah, that's next week. End of the year. That's what I meant.
This is the last one for the end of the season.
Yeah.
Right. There I
This
go
I just
again.
saw too. This came out today, but effective November 1st, Inland Valley Humane Society and SPCA will assume the operations of the San Gabriel Valley Humane Society. And Inland Valley has all the East San Gabriel Valley, Chino Hills, Claremont, Covina, Diamond Bar, Glendora, La Habra, Laverne, Pomona, and San Dimas. And then San Gabriel Valley has DeWarty, San Gabriel, and Temple City. This does not affect Pasadena because Pasadena has its own humane society.
Yeah,
but I think everybody needs to at least be aware of this because things are changing effective November 1st. That's in 2 weeks. So if you deal with San Gabriel Valley Health, it will now be unified under Inland Valley Humane Society, which is probably going to be a really good thing because the Inland Valley Humane Society, which is right in Pomona off of Mission, has an amazing facility and they take really good care of the animals and they're not a kill shelter. They try to adopt them out. And so I'm thinking DeWarty, San Gabriel, Temple City need that extra boost, behind them and the doctors and all that. So just to let everybody know, in 2 weeks on November 1st, it will now all become just the Inland Valley Humane Society and SPCA. But yes, thank you, Marcus. The next 3 months will be perfect to have Wellness Wednesday because this season is going to hit hard. We've got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, which leads right up to the day, right? And I know the last Thanksgiving, we were all at my parents' house, 20 or whatever of us. And
Christmas dinner. So, yeah.
We didn't do Christmas dinner there, but we did Thanksgiving there this last year. So it will be, which is, again, why we are doing our event on the 22nd. And Beezy Build Co., who we had on, remember, and we went out to the spot in Altadena and I contacted them yesterday. And Jonathan was like, oh, Tony, I've sent this to our executive team and we're definitely going to sponsor and be a part of this. Thank you all for putting in the work and doing what you're doing in Altadena. So don't know what that looks like or when, but it should be coming in. And I hope that we get lots and lots and lots of support from sponsors so that this can be a fabulous event for the community.
I'm looking forward to it because I'm ready to get my grub on.
I was gonna say, are you planning on eating? But you are registered, so yeah. I'm the
first one. What are you talking about?
Right. Did you see his face, Jamal? He was like, relax, I'm gonna harass you if I get a chance. And he did just what I needed.
I'll be playing around my food.
Man.
Yeah, we'll have our plates pre-made off to the side.
I like to eat, sure.
Jamal, are you gonna be our DJ?
No. I don't have any equipment. I got I'm gonna ask Eric.
But you're working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I reached out to Lanier first. So, he's doing the game stuff. So, because I would love to have somebody from Altadena.
Yeah, it'll be over by.
Huh?
He'll be free by November, I think.
Oh, there's no game that day. I already checked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because October is the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they're 2 games away from going to the World Series right now, so it'll be over before the 22nd of November.
Mm-hmm.
World Series will be.
Yeah,
but we got backup. We'll have that taken care of.
Okay, yeah. Remember yesterday, you guys, when Brian was saying Tony just does or says this and tells us, that was one of the things I delegated and asked them to look into was getting. We thought a jazz band, but the man we were going to look into is out of the country. And so I said, let's just do a DJ that could play some soft jazz, but we can also use the microphone, whatever. So I
told us to do that yesterday. It's recorded. Everybody can go back and see.
You said I told you to do it?
Volun told us.
Oh. I asked you, could you do that?
No, she actually told me, and I was like, because Jamal, you weren't on when she told me.
Oh, yeah, that was.
She was like, y'all can take care of that.
But she had told me before that.
Right. That was a couple of weeks ago.
She went like this. She said, I can't do the music thing. I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and take that over. I said, okay. Because you're already doing too much. I mean, kudos to Tony for always being persistent in her diligence. I don't know how you do it. Look, I thought I did a lot of stuff. Dude. Girl, you had studios, filming, and all kind of stuff.
So I will tell you what I will tell somebody what I said on the phone call with somebody this morning. If you're not about Altadena, bless you, but I'm going to be about Altadena or Dina. And whatever I got to do to make sure my community is straight, that's what I'm going to do. If that means I got to work like 20 hours a day, I could survive off 4 hours sleep. But whatever we got to do and who I have to meet with, I called Michelle White early this morning. She's going to call me back this afternoon. I'm going to Kendra's office today. I got a lot, but if it is to rebuild Altadena, I just ran over a post in the beautiful Altadena that was like, oh, I drove through Paradise this week or last week, and it's 8 years after their fire, and there's mailboxes,
I read that too.
Empty lots, and it's such a downer type of a post because
it has nothing to do with us.
We are different, right? Our community is different. Paradise is a whole city, I think.
Aren't they isolated from the world?
But also, our cleanup took 3 months, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else took 18 months.
So why are you comparing?
Exactly.
What Paradise is doing.
Exactly. And they're 8 years in. But let me tell you, after the fire summit, people were like, Lahaina, the mayor of Lahaina, the everybody was like, y'all are so far ahead of us. Mm-hmm. They just had their 1,500 and last home cleared in August. And that fire was
a year ago.
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and he told us on that stage. So the fact that like, dude, our houses were cleared in 3-4 months max, like we're ready. And we got 20 houses up right now. Right?
And they're still need to clear stuff in Palisades.
Right. Oh yeah. Palisades ain't even cleared all the way. So the fact is, like, we are more advanced, and I would much rather not see downer posts. And one lady told him straight up, I disagree with you. I'm going to be hopeful. And that's what I have to say. Like, let's not give up. Let's be hopeful.
I didn't know what you were saying at first. The ATP, Section 3. We need it. Okay, Jamal.
Oh, Lord, here comes a dang song.
You need to make a song for the ATP, Section 3.
Yeah, I did. And people were negative about that. But my thing is, let that man do what he's going to do. Either he's going to do it to benefit himself so he has a real estate empire, or he will sell, even if his timeline is 10 years. He won $2 billion. He moved to Malibu. He kept a bunch of it on the side, bought up some real estate, and now he's buying up properties in Altadena.
He bought his parents' house in Altadena.
Right, but he's buying up land.
I'm not going to say where it's at, but there's always 24-hour security outside that house. So I know.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's their business. Oh, that might be the one over on not Skyview.
No, it's on Midlothian.
Midlothian. It's the White House with the black on the corner. I know exactly which house that is. I didn't know it was him that bought his parents, but I know you're right. Yeah. It's 24/7 security around that house.
I drive that way every time to go to
Montgomery. They'll be in their Range Rovers, whatever, but they are sitting outside. When you said that, I was like, wait, that's the only one I know on Midlothian.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the street because I don't want people going there and looking.
Midlothian and Pepper, y'all. Black and white houses on the corner. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, anyway. It's Midlothian and Midwick, actually.
Midwick. Okay, I was coming off Pepper and I had to turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact is, like, that's that man's business. It's his money. If he wants to buy a bunch of lots in Altadena and build on them and sell them, whether it's for profit or to people, and he said he wants to sell them to people that want to settle in Altadena. And that could be renters. That could be people that lost everything and don't have it and want to be able to buy something in the future. Let him do what he wants to do.
And who knows? He might carry the loan for you if you ain't doing that well. You never know what
we just need a song to go with it, Jamal. But the thing is,
ATP, the treacherous.
That's the business. And you know who's the one posting all that and having comments on it?
No, put it back up. You slid it in too quick. It was gone. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're talking about right there.
You know, it's that dude, that chick, Shauna Beard, who is the one always doing the negative comments about him.
Where's that podcast that we've been waiting on that they
apparently it's on Substack, and it's just called Beautiful Altadena. She left the talks off, so maybe she heard us say if she puts talks on it, we're going to sue her.
Well, somebody just actually registered Beautiful Altadena. I don't know if it's part of her team, but it's 3 black guys.
The name part of her team.
That's what I'm saying. All of them got the same address on Las Flores, which ain't even an address no more. But so,
is it in the 100 block?
Mm-hmm.
That might be, Zaire lives in the 100 block, the 151.
No, it's not his address. It's like 103 or something.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be connected with them. I don't know. And I know her house was on Poppy Fields over that way. But the fact is, just like the man that, I had to shut down last week at the thing talking about, we are going to incorporate and be a city. And was all hyper and mad until I started telling them what the process looks like and why it would take at least a decade. And they've tried it 7 times and it's been shut down every time. And no, that's not going to happen. Then by the time I finished, he was like, oh, it was so nice meeting you. And, oh, you're an Air Force veteran. Oh, you're so smart. And, oh, you know so much about Altadena. Because then he thought he was going to get on me talking about, I've been in Altadena 35 years. I said, oh, welcome to Altadena. I've been here 57. And he was like, oh, and.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about that laboratory.
Whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to calm him down after that.
I was like, go sit down.
Yeah, the Eden Fire Collaboratory.
At the
Collaboratory. Grand opening. He started
you remember
going in about trying to incorporate. And after Tony spat what she spat about, the charter and all that, then he was like, okay, let me slow down because I really don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah. Because I told him you got to have exploratory committee.
I was the instigator. I said, you want to talk about incorporating? You need to talk to that woman, right?
Right. And then I told him
because I didn't know what to say because I'm not experienced with that. So I pointed her to the lady of knowledge.
And I said, you do realize you have to also have a fire department, a light, power, water, all this. I said, we have the 3 water companies that they're trying to figure out if they're going to collapse into one. Infrastructure has to be redone. I said, you have to have fire and police. No, we don't have to. We could just use the county. I said, no, right now, because we're part of the county, we have the sheriff and the fire who are LA County, which 5 minutes ago you said they failed us. We don't want them. But now you're saying if we incorporate, we'll just use them. You can't just use them. You have to sign an agreement and pay for the sheriff and the fire to be there. So talking out the side of his neck about something he doesn't know about, and the fact that he's listening to people like Shauna and whoever else, like we want to incorporate, go sit down somewhere. And I said, and are you aware that it's been tried 7 times already? And it's been shot down every time because the people that live in Altadena want to have their quaint little town of 42,000, no sidewalks, all this stuff, stay a town. And I told him, if you want to move to a city, you can sell your lot and move down to Pasadena. I said, there's La Cañada, there's Sierra Madre, there's a bunch of cities around. Altadenians wanted to stay Altadena. So then he was like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, then shut up. Don't just be talking about what we're going to do. And you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I got to jump on a meeting, y'all. It's 12:06. I didn't even realize it was that late. So I'm going to say to those.
I didn't realize we've been on that long either.
Me either.
Love you all. This was a great podcast conversation. So, all right, peace out. Sorry you had to abruptly jump out. But
I know, right? Deuces.
We miss you. We'll miss you.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will, girl. We're clutching our pearls.
Tomorrow we got Willie Williams, who will be on there. Tony is going to be interviewing him. I might help out a little bit there. I'm trying to find the information. Oh, here we go. So he's a member of the Black Lawyers, the California Association of Black Lawyers. And we're going to talk about some of the things that they're actually doing related to the Eden Fire and some of the services they're actually providing. He's also from the Pasadena area. I don't think he's from Altadena, but we're going to talk about that as well. Obviously, his connection to the area. And I used to work with him at JPL back in the day for a minute. And it should be a pretty cool conversation. He's a nice guy. Some real good connections and knows what he's talking about too. Smart, very smart guy. I think he went to Dartmouth for undergrad. Real cool dude.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's a good dude. But yeah, today was definitely a good show. Great emphasis on taking care of yourself. Obviously, for us Black men, but any man and any person, to be completely honest. I'm aware of some recently of a woman in particular who had a colonoscopy and found some polyps and during that and had them removed, and it was a very good thing that she went ahead and did that. So ladies kind of consider that particular procedure as well. But we all definitely need to take care of each other, of ourselves, if we want to stick around and be around for a while.
Right.
It's a very important thing to do. I got to jump on it myself. Got to be a little bit more in tune with it because wifey definitely should be checking for me to take care of myself. So, it's a very good message. Got to keep it front of mind as well, top of mind.
Yeah, ever since I did it, I've been telling some of my black male friends about, and then all of a sudden they started coming to me like, yeah, man, I'm having them same kind of symptoms. And what they did was when they went to go, they sent them that Colo box.
Oh, from the dude, put a little in it, mail it off.
Yeah, I'm like, don't accept that. Here, I got pictures of what mine was going through. I will send them to you to use to get an appointment to see a person. Yeah,
they should do both of them. I mean, the mail off stuff it shouldn't be completely dismissed, but it shouldn't be used in lieu of getting a colonoscopy.
Right, because you're not going to see everything and you can't talk to the person and find out what their symptoms were, or what happens when they do this or eat this or So when I was talking to the doctor, well, I didn't even talk to the doctor. They ran my blood and all that and admitted like it was serious, which scared me because this had been going on for 10 years. And guess what the first thing I thought of? Sharon. I thought of Paul. I thought of my boy Fitzgerald Otis, who died when we were 45 because he had prostate cancer. I thought of all of the people that have gone through this and me neglecting myself and my health because of the fact that I'm too proud to go to the doctor. I don't want to know. That's a lot of our problems. We don't want to know because once we know and it's a problem, your mindset determines how your body is going to react.
Yeah.
So if you stress and you worry, that's building up toxins around the thing so you can't even fight it. So best thing to do is keep a clear conscience and go to the doctor, get checked.
Just take care of it.
If you don't have any insurance, just go get Medi-Cal. That's what it's for. So that you can go and get yourself checked up. If you don't have insurance and you can't get Medi-Cal, go to the ER anyway and complain about the pain so they can at least check it out and you have a record of it. California, not California, the United States is the only place I know where you got to fight to get into a doctor because health insurance is a problem, whereas Canada takes care of their people, no problems. It's a given. You are born with medical insurance. And that's a shame that we can't.
Conversation. Yeah.
Well, we'll be
on
it.
Line, take care of yourself, folks, by any means necessary. That is the message.
So I think that we will be changing Way Back Wednesdays to Wellness Wednesdays. And I think that we will focus on having a lot of the wellness guests come on Wednesdays. So we'll have 3 days of guests, which I don't mind.
We can have 5 days of guests. It don't matter. This is our show. We can.
Well, Mondays it's hard to, we're just trying to tell you what's going on, but what we did over the weekend. So we're gonna save that day. That's my late day anyway.
Monday's your late day.
Yeah, because every day is my
late day. Your late day.
I'm just trying to throw people off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, it was a great show today. Hope everybody has a wonderful. What day is today?
That's never gonna change.
Nah, you gotta do it someday. I just got it. Too bad it doesn't have the words with it. That would have been. I still gotta find that commercial. I think we can do that. Will we get dinged if we play that?
What?
That's what today is.
I don't think so. I think you can play that. It's the music that gets the ding. Special shout out to all the guests that come in on our 2 Instagram channels and our 2 YouTube channels. We got Sherry Moore, Roz Toes, Ali Azimi, Red Cup, Lisa Z, Department of Angels, Classic Ash, Bot Connected, and Black Lawn Covered. From what I see on my end, I know it's probably more, but I didn't start seeing them until they popped up. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So he's going to bring up we need that West Side. We need that one too. West Side. Hey, yo, Dookie. That was Jordan's favorite thing to say. Yo, Dookie. Because it was on the commercial.
Yeah, that was classic, man.
Yeah, that one and Where's the Beef? Two ones that you'll never forget. Where's the beef? Yeah, it's hard to find something when you're actually looking for it now. All of a sudden, it can't be found.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to eat today.
What are your options? I gotta go pick up my jacket in a minute.
I have no idea. I would like to have something with rice, but not Chinese food. But watch me end up getting Chinese food.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Walking through the thing with his old slew foot itself.
Yeah.
Walking like a Pasadena thug. What's happening, homie? Now, when you hear me talk about that, it's because I grew up in the Manors, and I grew up with all the khakis, the house shoes, the crocus sets, the easy walkers, the karate shoes, starching till your stuff stand up, members only jackets with the golf hats with the old English letters on there talking about Sir Kenny. That's a shout out to Kenny Ferdinand. When I first met him, he was Sir Kenny back in 1975. He probably won't even remember that. Oh, brush on chrome. I like that. Yeah, let's see how that works. Well, thank you everyone for coming, visiting us, staying tuned in. We are your one-stop shop resource for podcast information and the longest running podcast in the world. ... Talking about Altadena. So thank you very much for allowing us into your life. We really appreciate it.
With that, we say peace out.